Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 24 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS4 playthrough. Now that we're done looking at King Triton's abs, it's time to continue the quest for the keyhole.
Admiring them.
Yes.
Gazing longingly. Sora just starts singing, I wanna be where the people are.
I wanna be the very best.
I would like to issue a formal apology for my marine biology not being as up to snuff as Joe, who read an article on Wikipedia about sharks one time, I remember.
It's a phase I go through every once in a while, see?
Sora is in fact not a shark boy, he is a dolphin boy. But wait, this is a dolphin that has a shark's tail.
That's why the dolphin.
Yeah, that ain't right.
What? Oh my God, you're right.
I never noticed that. They flipped him.
Is it like that in the movie?
I don't
remember ever seeing the lower half of a dolphin in that movie, but
yeah.
Oh,
when are there all dolphins in the movie?
I think they show some in like the beginning before they like go on the sea.
I always thought dolphin is the Lenny the shark from Shark Tale.
He's in disguise.
We accidentally got the bargain DreamWorks version of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my God, could you imagine such a thing?
Wait, can you imagine DreamWorks?
Ants World.
Wait.
But it's like circa 2002 era DreamWorks.
Who would be the other company? Like, who would replace Squeenix in this equation?
Ubisoft.
Wait, I got it. Atlas.
Acclaim. Oh, that works too.
Atlas and DreamWorks.
So what, like SNT characters instead of Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
What would it be called? Like Feudal Souls instead of Kingdom Hearts?
I mean, that sounds about par for the course for Atlas.
It'd be called What Are You Doing in My Game?
Honestly, that's actually kind of a cool name. I'm patenting that name right now.
Did Shrek?
Well, thanks.
Shrek come out in
I thought of it right there on the spot.
Or 2003?
The main character would fight using the soul gun.
I think Shrek was 2001 or possibly 2000. I don't remember.
So Shrek, I know Shrek came out either the year before or the year after this game.
Yeah.
But man, it's crazy that like.
Does that rock have hinges?
Yes.
Yeah.
How are they able to open it so easily?
With the hinges.
So I saw a post on Tumblr about that very thing.
Yeah, how the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
Well, no. About how, like, she would have the strength to move that rock.
Oh, did they, like, do the math?
Well, yeah, they did. And they're like, that rock probably weighs, like, probably 2 or 3 tons. But she's also been living underwater for, like, 15, 16 years. She's gonna be built, like, she's gonna be strong.
A, she was raised in a deep pressure environment, and also, if her opinion of her father is to be trusted, a heavy pressure environment. But
might say.
Mythologically speaking, mermaids are known to be, like, bizarrely, like, powerful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, does this globe give you anything?
The satisfaction of a job well done.
Don't forget
It allows you to
page
vent your
on
frustrations.
It plays the Mario Odyssey theme if you jump around on it.
So that was where they got that song from.
Yeah, it's the only reprieve we get from Under the Sea, except for the battle music.
Well, you say that, but like this is the music that's playing in this room is like the only. Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I was too busy scouring this room for treasure chests.
Yep.
But like not the fake ones that like trick you into thinking they have stuff in them.
I also have no idea what that doll is supposed to be.
I like that Ariel invites her new friend into her secret hiding spot, and then he just comes in and immediately starts just smashing stuff with his giant key, and like stealing stuff out of her treasure chests.
So,
Sora,
what I'm gonna need you to do, Trey, is to look through this entire grotto, go back to your save file, look through this entire grotto, and count exactly how many thingamabobs she has.
What about what's-its and whatnots galore?
Well, she's got the who's-its and what's-its she has. She doesn't give a specific count. She just has galore of them. But
Yeah.
thingamabobs, if she does not have exactly 20 thingamabobs, then she is a dirty, rotten liar.
I'll make sure to go check that, though. So, I don't know, I think I'm supposed to talk to the trident-shaped mark on the wall, but I'm refusing to.
I just want to say, I like that the, when you see the world from, like, out in your gummy ship, it's clear that in this version of it, Prince Eric and all the other humans just live on this, like, scorched earth hellscape.
Oh yeah.
With nothing on it.
It
but,
looks like
stone.
one of those planets from like Mario Galaxy that's like water on the inside, with just like tiny little patches of barren rock.
And then when you when you go in here, the little hole up at the top with like the sunlight streaming in just goes straight out into space.
So, I forget, are thingamabobs what she uses to brush her hair?
No, that's a
think
dingle
so.
hopper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Known in some circles
That's-
as a fork.
Because she had 3
That's-
dingle hoppers.
That's one character that I'm sad got turned into a heart.
Buddy
was
Hackett.
hers. Yeah.
Wait,
May he rest
Flotsam
in
and
peace.
Jetsam were voiced by Buddy
No, the
Hackett?
seagull was Buddy Hackett.
Oh,
seagull.
right, yes.
Flotsam and are Flotsam and Jetsam voiced by Pat Carroll? Because they kind of sound like
that's
Ursula with like a voice filter.
Possible. I have no idea. Could be.
They sound like someone who smokes a lot.
They're voiced by Patty and Selma.
I was gonna say they just sound like Marge's sisters.
That would be amazing if that's who they were.
I mean, nowadays Disney owns 20th
And
Century
then
Fox.
Ursula just has Marge's voice.
Ariel, we're gonna go out and watch MacGyver. Do you want to come along?
Sea and all its spoils bow to my power.
Does that make Ariel like? Does that?
I hope you're happy, King Triton. You've
Does that make
ruined
her Lisa?
Thanksgiving.
when she steals Ariel's voice, and Ariel becomes human, all she can do is go. I cannot do the Marge.
No, all she can do is say, all Ariel can do is go,
Homie.
oh god, that was terrible.
Would
But it turns
would
out
Bert-
Ariel's voice is just, oh hey Homer.
Prince Eric is just Homer.
if Bart were to be in this world, would his new catchphrase be "Don't have a sea cow, man"?
But Grimsby, I'm in love with this girl and I don't even know her name.
Would that be called the Simpsons?
My Homer Simpson.
The
impression is
Simpsons.
terrible.
God. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the giant.
See, that's why the
jellyfish
Heartless are
yet.
yellow in this world, to match the Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
It's just the same theme song, but with like a underwater filter. Just
No, they turn it Calypso.
Oh god.
oh god.
Actually, the Simpsons did have a Little Mermaid parody where Homer decides to move under the sea after he's accused of sexual harassment.
Oh god.
And like he falsely accused, mind you.
Wait, was that the one with the gummy bear, or has Homer been accused of sexual
That's the one with the.
harassment more than
Well, I
once?
mean, given the runtime of The Simpsons, it's possible that they repeated that plot point, but that is the one with the gummy bear.
How is he supposed to drive a plow truck underwater?
Mr. Boga.
He drives it on a salt flat.
Yes. Oh, this one's not playing ball.
Yeah, as
You
if it
gotta
wasn't
use
annoying
blizzard.
enough that
Yeah,
you
it's
forget
a
which one
blue
of
one.
these you've opened. Some of them you have to open with magic.
So the
this
magic
one,
is pretty straightforward.
Well, it is, but again, if you forget that you've gotten that one... Although, now that I think about it, I think there's exactly one ice clam, one fire clam, and one thunder clam in the whole level.
yeah.
So what am I complaining
So-
about?
Because that one is on the bottom of the ocean and it's got like the shadows on it, it looks like a normal clam.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it was a blizzard clam until the game's like, oh, use magic, dummy.
I'm pretty sure this dolphin
Are you
goes
stupid?
nowhere.
Yeah.
Or sorry, this abomination
at
of
the
life that's a
moment.
cross between a dolphin and a shark.
Yeah, it always
Yeah,
confused me. I'm
it's
like,
a
what is the
dark-
point of this thing?
Well,
I
it doesn't.
Make
I
it a
always
dark.
remember
Dolphin.
it swimming you against the current, but I feel like it doesn't actually do that.
I
feel
think
like you get
that
an ability
dolphin
to
is
do
only
There's a
there.
different dolphin that swims you
Yeah.
against the current.
I think that dolphin is only there to like teach you that you can hang on to the dolphin. But what you're
Well, you
actually
can-
supposed to do
Yeah.
is backtrack to like one of the starting rooms and use the dolphin there to get to the sunken ship and find the crystal trident piece.
Yeah.
So, if I'm not
It's like-
mistaken, you can use that dolphin from the previous room during the Heartless fight to do some damage to the jellyfishmen.
Oh, no kidding?
I think so.
Can you grab onto
tried
him
that.
during battle?
I believe so, if I'm remembering correctly. I may be misremembering.
So we're just like, hey, dolphin, you want to be in the squad? All right,
make
Ariel,
the-
get out of here. We don't need you no more.
Oh yeah, so when we first entered this room, we saw the dolphin come through here. But since we don't have Swift Swim yet, we have to wait. Or whatever it is, Dolphin Kick.
But once we do, we'll be able to move twice as fast during rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have the
And then-
Swift Swim move from the Kingdom Hearts remake.
And then Donald just needs to learn Rain Dance, and we're all good.
Yeah, thank God in the final mixed version they didn't make you use up magic to swim faster.
Oh god.
Never forgive. Never forget.
Never forget.
When you mess with Majora's Mask, you mess with all of us.
It's true. So I think now I'm just like clearing way for the dolphin. 'Cause I'm trying to find him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I also need levels. And these guys are slow moving. What classification are jellyfish?
Oh god.
They're-
They're-
are they related to corals
I
or
don't think so.
gastropods, or
They're
They're-
jellyfish.
are they their own thing?
Well, let's
They're
see.
jelly-type
They're-
Pokemon.
They're Kingdom Animalia. I don't know what a phylum is. Or a class, for that matter.
Are you on Wikipedia right now?
No. I'm just trying to remember. I'm going through the list of, like, taxonomy and trying to see if there's a level of it that I can remember what a jellyfish is.
Their genus is Jelliness.
Because they're obviously Kingdom
They're
Animalia.
genies?
I don't actually know what a phylum or a class or an order are in taxonomy. And then family, you've got, can't remember. Genus, no idea, probably Jellyfishius.
Truly an eye-opening analysis of the jellyfish.
So
Species
does that mean there's
jellyfish.
also a peanut butter fishes? If there's
Oh,
a
I wish.
jellyfishes?
Nice SpongeBob joke, Trey.
No, I didn't even know that
Life
was
under the sea would not be complete without such a fish.
It's a sea nut butter and jellyfish jelly in SpongeBob.
Oh,
Well, yeah, but it doesn't use a sea nut jellyfish. A sea nut fish. It just uses a sea nut.
Yeah.
so since I got sick of running into enemies, I just decided to stay in one place and wait for the abomination fish to come.
Were you
get us.
ascending to the like rhythm of the song?
Probably.
Because Sora was like nodding his head.
It wouldn't be the first time I did something in tune with the music in this game.
Oh yeah, we're
I-
gonna get to fight the terrifying shark. It's
Yeah,
not really
shark
that
friend.
terrifying.
It was pretty darn scary to me when I was a youngin'.
Oh yeah, isn't he the only way you can get certain treasure in here?
Yeah, I believe it's the treasure behind that rib cage, question mark?
Oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This
The
is the
button.
infamous
Huh?
button.
Yeah, that's all you get. Is, huh?
It's like, but I can obviously reach my hand in there and touch that.
Well, it's not even
no,
that.
that's
It's
right.
like if only if he said something like, "If only I was smaller and a crab."
Yet.
If only I had big, meaty claws.
Trey,
With which to
what
press a
did you
switch.
say? You heard me. But, no.
Going to
Trey.
ship.
If there's anything that I've learned from reading various SCP Foundation articles, and having is thalassophobia the fear of deep sea?
I think so. That sounds familiar.
Anyhow, it's that
Fear
when
of the
you're
depths.
under the sea, you never, ever, ever stick your hand into a dark hole.
Oh yeah, because something will be there to like bite it.
Yeah, usually eels, actually.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't a dark hole. It was like perfectly evenly lit. It wasn't even a hole. It was just like a space between the boat and the wall.
I like that the
Its
big
shape
shark
reminds me of
smashed
something.
through and started chomping at you, and literally everyone was just sitting there like, oh.
Well, then he just gave up. It's like, oh, you know what? This glass kind of hurts. See you later.
Wait, why didn't I descend into the bowels of the ship? Isn't there more treasure in there?
No. It's probably not worth it. It's probably another shark down there.
It's probably 3 Dalmatian.
Oh yeah, you can keep targeting that even
Those
after
poor
you.
Dalmatians in a chest at the bottom of the sea.
Could you imagine?
Guys, they're not Dalmatians, they're dogfish. I'll be here all night.
So I was
yeah.
gonna say, could you imagine if Pongo and Perdita gave birth to like a couple of fish? But then I remembered that they only gave birth to like 7 dogs.
Oh yeah, the rest of them are just like
Dogs.
Cruella de Vil's collection from over the years.
They reproduced by mitosis.
Now, in spite of the fact that I made fun of this shark,
Dalmatian.
he's actually pretty tough. Well, okay, he's not tough to defeat, but like, if you're not careful, he can kill you rather easily.
Especially
Yeah.
on proud mode.
He's kind of like the Sabor of this world. Like,
Yeah.
you keep encountering him, and he's like a bit of a challenge, but like, you just have to keep your head on your shoulders.
But he only
Fight
shows
him.
up in this area.
That is weird.
On that note, when we were inside the ship was like one of the few times in the game when no music is playing. I feel like they could have cut down on some of the musical repetition and like enhance the atmosphere of some sections if there was just no music playing more times
Alright,
like
so hear me out. They play the loop once, and then they mute the loop but play the file again. And then they unmute it and play it again.
that. So like Sega CD music looping.
I think this world would be a lot more compelling if instead of Under the Sea MIDI version, they just played the Sonic drowning theme, but on like a shepherd's tone loop.
Good God! If I never hear dun 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 again, it'll be too soon.
I'm not sure what a shepherd's tone is, Dan, but I was getting.
It's like the endless staircase in Mario 64, where it like
Oh.
it's just looping, but it sounds like it keeps going higher and higher and
Okay.
higher
See,
infinitely.
I thought you were getting at like the Sonic drowning theme, but slowed down like 1,000 times. like the Seinfeld theme slowed down, and it just sounds like horror music.
So, I'm really confused as to why Triton does this.
No,
Because-
not my object of no significance that I just found.
How could you?
Because, like, you want the keyhole sealed so your world can't be corrupted,
Well,
but then he destroys the way to do that?
from another world. I've always loved his delivery of that line.
I think Triton's entire character is that like
How did you?
he knows what the right thing is, but like he doesn't want to do the right thing, so he's just like really obstinate about everything, including like people that like strangers that he's just met that are also children.
Of course I know that.
But that hasn't stopped me in the other 5 worlds I've went to.
What do you say, Triton? My key versus your trident.
No contest, little guy.
He just blasts him. There's a Sora-shaped hole in the coral.
Well, game over when you walk away.
Sora's probably halfway to Agrabah by now.
Oh, there was some cool light reflection off the Keyblade there. That was cool. Oh yeah, she goes to another grotto. That's not this grotto.
Yeah,
It's different.
So
It's her
one's
backup
her
grotto.
collection grotto, the other's her crying grotto.
There's an item in this area. I forget what it is, but there's a clam you can open. But other than that, I think the only reason they included this area is so that this cutscene could happen.
Oh,
Because in the movie, this is where the whole, like, under the sea song sequence takes place. I think. But it's just like, I don't know, I wonder if they didn't have it modeled for, like, some other purpose, but they couldn't think of a reason. I was like, just have the cutscene with the eels take place here.
And
they just-
Flotsam and Jetsam turned into ink and died forever.
And Ursula.
You're Ursula.
they performed a summoning spell.
Now, I just
did
want
the
to
Ursula
roll back
dance.
a couple minutes and ask. Now, hold on a second, guys. You're telling me that y'all don't have a crying grotto?
Your new friends.
Well, I mean, Nick, is that something you would really admit online?
I don't have a crying grotto because big girls don't cry.
I mean, but
Fair enough.
see, you've always got to cry at the middle of the night because, as Dean Martin would say, the middle of the night is my crying time. That's a Dean Martin song. Look it up.
There are a couple of, like,
I will.
awkward moments in the dialogue, like, you know, just as there are with all characters, but overall, I think Pat Carroll does a really excellent job in this game. Like, that line read
Pat
there
Carroll.
was very... I think it captured Ursula's character very well. Well, she started out the line, like, all nice, but then got kind of, like, growly at the end.
Is she not the original actress?
No, that's the real Ursula voice.
Oh, okay.
So
Did it?
It's not
oddly
Ursula's
have-
crazy sister.
I have not been able to tell during this. I don't know if it's because we've been talking most of the time that he was, or if my ear has just gone rotten after living in the 80-degree heat for 3 days. But does Kevin Michael Richardson, does he voice Sebastian in this game, or
Yes.
is that only in 2?
I think he does in this game. I think the original voice of Sebastian might have passed away, unfortunately.
Potentially.
So I've reached the part where I'm confused as to what to do next.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know you're just supposed to go to Triton and then come back. That's literally the only extra step you have to do.
Kingdom Hearts progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you literally just talked to King Triton and he was like, I don't ever want to see you again. Well, get
Reverse psychology.
obviously the next thing you gotta do is to go back to Triton.
Yeah. I would like to imagine that Sora physically cannot leave the world until it's done. He's like, that is my purpose. My purpose is to seal the keyhole.
Like when I played this, I went to the grotto next, but there's just not the grotto, the other grotto. But there's nothing there
Grotto 2.
except for treasure, and it's like if they had just put Flounder there or something. I mean, I know he was already in the other grotto, but if they had moved him there to where he was more useful and just had him say like Ariel went off toward the palace, like that's all you need. You don't need to have me swimming around wasting time accomplishing nothing.
Or why not just have, like, Sebastian come find you and be like, we gotta find her, instead of you having to trek all the way back to King Triton with your head between your tail.
You know what might break up the monotony of the background music in this level a little bit? If, like, every third verse they played the full time to floatin' version, which is just like one note up at one note. Because
Or like the little breakdown, you know, where the carp played the harp and etc.
yeah.
If every like 20th verse they just put in Totaka's song.
I forget if I've mentioned this yet. I probably have, but like, I love Yoko Shimomura's music and the soundtrack for this game, but I feel like the one flaw with it is that it loops way too quickly. Like, most of the music loops in this game are like a minute long or less. Whereas compared to, you know, something like, I recently played Metroid Prime, and that game's music is a lot more like ambient, but the loops there can get to be like 5 minutes long. Because, you know, that's a game where you're kind of like exploring aimlessly and not a lot, and like not sure where you're supposed to go. so they wrote music that was like appropriate for that. But in this, it's just kind of like you've got these very like strong, like catchy melodies that just get kind of grating after a while because the game design is so confounding at times.
I always assumed that that was that the short loops in this song were like a memory space limitation.
I mean, possibly.
You know, because this game was on a DVD that only has 4.3 gigs of memory on it.
Right, but I think the music in the original Kingdom Hearts was sequenced though, so like all they would have to store would be the samples. Like in this version, it's like properly like recorded, so you know I can understand why it would take up more space on like PS4 and 3, but originally it was just it was basically the same principle as like NES chiptune music. Like the music isn't on the cartridge, but like the information that tells the console what instruments to play is.
Well, kind of.
That's how my layperson brain understands it. I'm sorry.
It's almost exactly like that, except there isn't any special hardware to do it like there was on the NES. Like the NES had a dedicated sound chip that you would send signals to, whereas on the PS2, that's just the way that they coded it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there is a lot of like voice dialogue in this game, so maybe that has something to do with it. But yeah, see, they sound like Ursula.
What?
What?
Why, we have company.
I love how silly that was. So I guess Triton did do a good thing by destroying the MacGuffin crystal.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to be so mean about it. He could have just been like, yo.
Well, but he
like,
had to
that's
be mean
important.
about it because that was them mirroring the scene from the movie where he destroys the statue of Eric. Where he basically smashes Ariel's toys in front of her to teach her a lesson.
My darling daughter,
That's such a dick.
we must retrieve the trident. It's the only thing that keeps my pecs from clipping through my forearms.
The trident is like his version of the genie. Like if he loses the trident, everyone will see like that he's really like spindly and small.
Yeah.
He's got a small mite thing going on.
Small mite.
You've definitely already taken that clam before.
Toshi Triton?
Oh, right,
Toshi
that's-
Triton?
Tritonori.
Oh yeah, I was unsure why it was closed because I'd already been to it before and I was like, shouldn't all the save points just be, open? But I guess that's not the case
It's
in
a
Atlantica.
clam. Clams gotta close, brother. If a clam stayed open all the time, it would get little grains of sand in it and start forming pearls around it to ease the discomfort with its mucus.
If you leave the keyblade inside of a clam for 100 years, it'll be the same blade, just covered in white mucus.
Hard white mucus, but yes.
Yes.
Don't try it, kids. It's not worth it.
The pearl blade. That's how we'll defeat Ann Sim.
Hey, on Sam.
But first we gotta defeat Ursula.
Yeah, we're gonna shut the clam on Ursula next time.
Turn her into a large white ball.
Bye.